I ask you this? It's obvious you and the Wike faction are supporting Tinubu and you will keep fomenting trouble in the party.
From the show and what Nigerians have seen, you too, you have some issues with Wike, which I don't know. Okay, you understand? Because in every show, you are always calling Wike. You as a person, you have what I don't. There are things which I don't know. You understand? Because the whole of this program is centered on Wike. All about you.
Mr. Abraham.
All about you. You did not invite me to speak on Wike. You invited us to speak on the bit. You have deviated.
No.
Because of your gross. May God help you people to settle your problem.
Mr. Abraham. Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) last week met with the two warring factions of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) at its headquarters in Abuja, with the aim of resolving the leadership crisis rocking the party. This was as a former Senate President and Chairman National Reconciliation Committee of the party before the Ibadan Convention, Dr. Bukola Saraki, said the simmering crisis rocking the PDP will be over in the next few months, adding that the party would overcome its current internal challenges, insisting that the party will not go into extinction. Joining us on the show to discuss the intervention by INEC chairman and whether this initiative signposts a possible pathway to peace in the party is Amma Abraham, suspended Abia PDP chapter chairman. What is the status of things, starting first of all with your position in the party, whether you're suspended or not, and now to give us the details or perhaps the outcome of what happened at that meeting with the INEC chairman?
As I said earlier, with what happened at that meeting, it is very, very clear that everything that happened at Ibadan has not been recognized by INEC. INEC, as a body saddled with the responsibility of managing the affairs of political parties in Nigeria, have made it very, very clear that for now, that the courts will determine the way forward.
Okay.
So what INEC did on that day was an issuance of a vote of caution to the political parties, to the warring faction. It was not a meeting to endorse. It was a meeting to tell them that in as much as there is a Supreme Court ruling that political party business is an internal affairs of that political party, that being an internal affairs does not necessarily mean that they must act in abeyance, they must act arbitrarily, they must act against the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, they must act against the electoral law, they must act against INEC guideline, or even act against their own constitution. Because at some point in that meeting, I was in the sideline, at some point in that meeting, I remember Turaki, the acclaimed winner of the Ibadan Convention, presented himself as somebody who was validly elected by the convention. The chairman himself made it very, very clear, you know, himself is also a senior advocate of Nigeria. He made it very, very clear to him that that convention went ahead against the judgment of two federal high courts. Two federal high courts, at the Omotosho court and another court, where the former governor of Jigawa State had approached. So all of them have said, do not continue until a few things are put in order. And then they decided to leverage on the judgment of the Oyo Court. The Oyo Court was not a judgment; it was an ex parte. Order, which was, you know, in ex parte normally, what happened? The other party is not does not defend. Somebody just approached the court and said, "I need this to preserve this." Recall before that time, we ourselves have gone to court. And why did we go to court? I wanted to contest for the national vice chairman, South. And I went to the party to get a form. The party refused to give me form.
So you talked about the court judgment in Oyo, and this is what...
There was no court judgment in Oyo.
No. So the interim orders.
The order, yes.
Yeah, there were two interim orders that extended. So as at the time you people got your own, the second judgment came in. Then there was another interim order which the PDP said, you know, was countering and giving the fillip for the convention to go on, which came late that day. So there were two interim orders. The interim order was extended, actually.
Of course, yes, I agree.
So it is based on that, they said that they have fillip to be able to go on with that process.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And the same court, just a week ago or so, or 10 days ago, rescued itself when they say they have delisted INEC, because as a state high court, they do not have the competence for oversight over a federal agency. That they have rescued themselves. What does that mean? That one of the pillars of the ex parte order have been destroyed by the very courts that establish it. And it means that as of today, it does not stand. The court on its own rescued itself.
Which court recused
the court at Oyo. The court at Oyo. Yes, Google it, you see. The court at Oyo rescued itself when it said in an open court that they have delisted INEC.
No, but the matters up for determination after the second interim injunction have not been heard. All the parties summoned have not been heard.
No, it has not been heard, but preparatory to that, the court is available. The court rescued itself.
But I'm telling you that it's not been heard. So we've not had a finality of that matter. So if you say preparatory to that and there was not a...
No. I am telling you...
And you claim... Hang on a minute, please. You claim the court recused itself. The question is, the matter up for determination at which the Oyo court of Akintola Ladiro extended, the interim order, the finality have not been heard on the matter, just like with the other courts.
No, what happened? When the first order was issued, that order was to expire on a Wednesday, whereas the Congress was coming by that weekend. So, every novice of the law was already aware that the court will have no option than to extend the order. That was exactly what they did. They extend the order to enable them have their way, which they did have their way. What I'm telling you, in another court sitting that took place after the convention, the court on its own delisted INEC from that ex parte order, because it became very clear to them that they do not have, I am telling you what has happened, you can check, you can verify, that they do not have the power, and indeed, they, as a state high court, they do not have the power to sanction a federal agency.
So, the next question I'd like to ask you is, which faction has the bona fide? Turaki or you? Because obviously you are slanted towards the Wike faction. Turaki or you guys?
No, listen. We cannot give credits to those who disobey the law.
No. So,
no, listen.
So
we are the mainstream.
But no,
we are the mainstream.
Hang on, I got you there. But you just said that INEC itself, when they met with you guys, did not say that anybody is the mainstream. They said the matter is up in determination for the courts. Isn't it? Is that not what you said here just now?
I said so, but listen.
But why did you now turn a vote fast and you fell for the trick question by saying you are the mainstream?
There is no trick question.
You said the meeting by INEC.
There is no trick.
No, it was a trick question.
There is no trick question. Go ahead.
You said the meeting. You said it just now. Or maybe we can play. I can get the producers to play back to you what you said just now when you started. You said that the meeting was to call both factions and tell them that INEC cannot make a determination that they should respect the fact that the case is in court and it's based on that. So if the case is in court, there should be a status quo. So when I now asked you, who are the bona fide faction? You said you are the one. How can you say you are the bona fide faction when INEC just pointed out to you that the case is still in court?
Rufai, let me explain myself. I am from Southeast Nigeria. I am driving to Owerri or Aba or even Port Harcourt. I find myself somewhere around Benin, which with INEC, I find myself where the INEC is trying to tell us that this is the condition of the road. You people must do the right thing to get to your station, or you should sleep overnight here. That does not stop me from knowing where I am going.
No, let me explain it to you. Let me give you your own analogy. You are traveling to Owerri. You are currently at Benin Bypass. You are in traffic, all right? 6 hours traffic in Benin Bypass. Does it mean you have gotten to Owerri?
But I know I will get to Owerri. I am going to Owerri.
No, but you are not sure. Have you gotten to Owerri?
I have not gotten to Owerri.
When they ask also, if where you are now, if I say send location, what will the location show? Is it not Benin bypass?
It depends on the question. You may ask me, where are you going?
No.
You say the question, that is you. So you may ask, another person may ask me, where are you? Where is your destination?
No, wait a minute.
Rufai may ask, where is your location?
Wait a minute.
Another person may ask me, where is your destination?
So where is your destination?
My destination is southeast.
Where is your location?
My location is somewhere around Benin.
Very good.
Which faction you are part of is supporting President Tinubu?
You see,
Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Hang on a minute. In fact, not my words. I'm quoting what was said. And I think people leaning of this PDP faction had even said, and I think there are two people from the PDP, not my words, I can't remotely get to that quote. They had even said that Wike had said, quoting them now, that one of the conditions for peace is for them to jettison any idea of having a candidate to run in this election. And he wants President Tinubu. I don't know if that is true or false. Are you aware of that? Because if Mr. Umar Sani was here, he would reiterate that statement. So if you are saying that, then all of this is not about peace. It's about destruction of the PDP.
Now, going back to your question, or to your what you have just explained, you see, I don't want any of us to be victim of a single story. Now, let me say, even if the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory has some interest to support the president, it is still a matter to be discussed in a table, in the PDP table, where people will ask him, why do you want this? You don't take it in abeyance. It is still in that table. It is not an aberration. Now, let me tell you something. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Let me come in. Let me tell you something. Now, my argument is this. My argument is this. Even at the worst case scenario, I want to fall in your second trap. I want to fall to your second trap. Even in the worst case scenario, if Wike, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, has come out to say he's supporting Tinubu, it's as simple as, why do you want us to support Tinubu?
Really?
That is the question.
Okay, so
in the table.
Let him land on his point.
That is the question in the table.
Okay.
Which people, other party members will ask him in that negotiation table, that why do you want us to support Tinubu? Okay. Why don't you want us to have our own presidential candidate?
Wait a minute.
Yes, it is in that table.
Wait a minute. I like you so much because you enter my trap. Is that not an anti-party activity? Is that not an aberration to the loyalty you swore to your party, that you even have the nerve that a man that claims to be a party man is supporting another person?
Well, I will not join issues with you, but let me answer your question.
Yes.
Let me tell you, anti-party is defined
as what?
As when a party member goes behind the door to do something against his party. When I present a position in the table, on the table, you understand, we have a coalition, we have an alliance. When, as a party person, I present myself, I did not go behind the party to work against the interests of the party. I come right in the house to tell my wife, we cannot have another child because of your health.
We have to go now.
We have to go now, Mr. Abraham. There's nothing wrong about that.
Okay, Mr. Abraham, thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you, my dear.
I just want to bring some form of calmness because it's an interview, right? Just be calm. It's an interview. You've expressed your position, and we thank you very much for coming to speak about it. I just think that, from what you said and what you described as at the last point, that what the faction has been doing by supporting a candidate that was not the PDP's choice in the last election was anti-party activities. Simple. As you have described.
Simple.
Do you understand? Just to mention about what